Hello everyone and welcome back to the Velocity channel, where this is your bridge to financial freedom. Listen, we have a show for you today because these are real numbers up here. And we're going to show somebody how to get out of the 30-year dump, okay? How to get out of the 30-year loan, how to get out of it. And we're going to show it to you right here on this episode. This is going to include all the mortgages they have, the loans and the credit cards, and we're going to show that to you. But before we do that, we want you to like, we want you to share, we want you to subscribe and share this with everybody around the world so that they can know how powerful Velocity Banking is. Now, this person is not going to go out and get a second job, a third job, a fourth job. They're not going to stop eating out. They're not going to stop eating at their favorite restaurants. What they are going to do is they're going to start allocating their finances much differently than what they did before. And this is what I mean. Okay, they make each month an income of $3,680 each month. The expenses, $1,823 each month. And yes, they have debt payments, all right? $1,757, and they are not afraid to deploy their capital. Now, that's going to leave them with a cash flow of $100 each month. Now, you may be saying, well, wait a minute, CJ, don't they owe over $220,000? How are they ever going to get out in less than 30 years? Well, yes, they have a mortgage, which is called the death pledge in Latin. Yes, they have one loan, which is over $20,000. And yes, they do have 3 credit cards. And yes, all of this amounts to $220,000 and 603 at 7.109%. That is actually the weighted interest. And it's going to take them approximately 30 years to get out of the mess that they made. But wait a minute. Does it have to be 30 years? Let me show you how to take this 30 years and reduce it down to not even 20 years, but even less than 20 years. Let's go. All right, so we did the calculations and everything. It's all done. These are Mo Sally's numbers right now. These are real numbers. And Mo Sally, if you're watching, please, please, please go ahead and contact us. We can help you out, and you will get all of that paid off in very, very little time. Now watch this. The debt payments, this is the bank's plan, okay, first and foremost. This is the bank's plan for Mo Sally. And perhaps your plan, your bank's plan is probably different. Maybe it's worse. Maybe it's better than Mo Sally's. But listen to this. $462,171 they want her to pay. Okay? Total interest payments, $241,568. The projected payoff, and this is what the bank wants for her, is 30 years. Okay, you're supposed to enjoy retirement. Wealth built. How much wealth does the bank want you to have? How much wealth does the bank want you to build? $0. Now, if you get with the automated Velocity banking plan, you can expect this, Mo Sally. Watch this. You get to keep $139,320, right? Your projected payoff, right? It's going to be paid off everything. I'm talking about the mortgage, the personal loans that you got that's over $20,000, and also all 3 of your credit cards, all right? Paid off in 12.6 years, all right? Now, the wealth built, right? They want you paying until you drop. They want you paying for 30 years. Well, we saved you about 17.4 years. So in that 17.4 years, you will build $493,824 in wealth. Now, how did we do that? Well, we just crunched your numbers. We sent them in, okay? I'm just going to be upfront with you. There really was no calculation that I had to do. Why? Because that would be a waste of time. There are machines, there are computers, there is software now, all right? So what I did is I put it through the income, right? I put the income in to the software that we use, right? And income, the expenses, the debts. I put it all through there, and it said, well, if you allocate your money like this, you can expect to get out like that. And that's all it is. Okay, I just put the numbers in, and out comes a plan, an action plan for me that says something like this. I want you to take the $1,000 that you have in your checking account, and I want you to put it over here to your Visa account. Okay? And it does things like that and it tells you on which days to actually do this, to allocate your money, so that you can get out in 12.6 years versus the grueling, agitating 30 years. Does that make sense? And so you no longer have to do these things in your head. You no longer have to do a humongous chunk towards the mortgage or a humongous chunk towards the credit cards. You don't need to figure things out with the cash flow index method. You can just go ahead and place it in to the software, to the program, and out come these numbers, right? It gives you an action plan. It shows you what your cash flow is. It'll show you what your net worth will be in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Listen, there was a time when the typewriter was the thing, right? And then along came the computer. And then the computer got better and better and better. And there was a time where we would bank a certain way, according to the bank's plan, but that time has come and gone. More and more people every day are waking up to the fact that they need to bank differently so that they can see different numbers that benefit them, not them. And if you have a question about any of that, please let us know. God bless you, and you guys have a great night.